day, guys. I am Kingsley DK. Today, I want to bring you the developing stories in the world of AI. You're welcome to AEN Media News. Sam Altman promises Meta GPT-5 after rocky launch and chat crime blunder. For most of you who do pay attention, you must have realized that GTP had released version 5 and things didn't go as planned. So here's what happened. OpenAI, Sam Altman, and the brains behind GPT-5 recently jumped into the deep end of a Reddit AMA, and it didn't take long for the community to fire off tough questions. What happened? From model performance to one rather infamous chat crime. What really happened?
First of all, one important takeaway is you can have an AI system that can do all those amazing things you just said, and it clearly does not replicate a lot of what humans are good at doing, which I think says something about the value of SAT tests or whatever else. But I think had you gone back to, if we were having this conversation the day of GPT-4 launch and we told you how GPT-4 did those things, you were like, oh man, this is going to have huge impacts and some negative impacts on what it means for...
GPT-5 has just launched with some flashy upgrades, including a real-time router that decides whether to give you a lightning-fast answer or to take its time thinking for better accuracy. Sounds great in theory, except on the day it was launched, it didn't exactly work as intended. Here's what happened. Many Redditors claimed GPT-5 felt dumber, like it was kind of slower and it professed than the previous GTP we had, like the GTP 4.0. Altman explained that the culprit, which is the routing system, was down for part of the day, meaning GTP-5 wasn't switching between models as designed. But he did give an reassurance. Actually,
they want it to do even more. People will use it for all sorts of incredible things. It will transform a lot of knowledge work, a lot of the way we learn, a lot of the way we create. But we, people, society, will co-evolve with it to expect more with better tools.
GTP-5 will seem smarter starting from actually yesterday, and I hope things work as planned, because today I made use of it and it was really fast with their flashy upgrade. We also saw that. For those of you who must have checked that, if you have not, try and check it out. Adding that they were tweaking the decision making so users get the right model more often, and they kind of make use of clearer model which actually responds to your query. What does this mean? When you ask GTP a question, it checks which particular model that is actually answering your questions. If it is 4.0 that's asking your question, it's going to show you. If it is the version 5 that is answering your question, it's going to show you. But nostalgia is strong in the AI world. Several users lobbied hard for GTP 4.0 to return, especially for Plus subscribers. Altman didn't shut the door on the idea, saying they are actively exploring whether to keep 4.0 around for paying members. As a sweetener, he also promised to double the rate limits for Plus users during the rollout, giving everyone more room to experiment without hitting a wall. And then, the chat crime. During the big GTP-5 reveal, a benchmark bar chart showed much lower score with a much taller bar. Now, Altman later admitted it was a mega chat screw-up. That means there was something really bad happened, but it's not a big problem. It's something they can fix. Though the blog post version had it that the internet, of course, had its fun with jokes about letting GTP handle corporate slide check. Despite the hiccups, Altman closed with a promise. OpenAI is listening, fixing, and fine-tuning. How about the translation? The GTP-5 ride might have started bumpy, but they are making their hands off the wheel. So guys, why not try out GTP-5 and tell us the difference between the previous versions and the current versions? What you noticed, what you think that needs to be done. I remain Kingsley in the UK. Drop your answers in the comment section. Don't forget to share our posts, subscribe to our YouTube channel, follow us on Instagram and Facebook. Bye. Thank you.